Nancy Mace earlier today decided to go to Congress, and she's not passing legislation. She's not fighting for a more just and equal world. No. What did Nancy Mace decide to do today at work in one of the most important jobs in the world? She shared nude pictures of herself. Nude pictures of herself. As one person said, I'm sorry, I hate this cuckoo ass bitch. That's funny. But as a women's rights activist, I really want her to get the mental help she needs. It's obvious she has PTSD from being victimized by men in her life, hence her obsession with not wanting men in the bathroom I'm using. She needs help. She does need help. I'm going to show you those clips in a bit, but I want to get to this news that happened a couple of days ago. I don't think the liberal YouTube space has talked about this enough. I think it's disgusting. It's disturbing. It's the further continuation of the damage that Donald Trump is doing to our democracy. And also, like, it's just another example of the fact that he is an insurrectionist president, that he does not align himself with our Constitution and wants to lift up and help those who seek to destroy it. And so what I'm talking about is Donald Trump is sending $5 million of our money. They're settling with Ashley Babbitt's family. And if you don't know, Ashley Babbot is a woman who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. She was shot. Subsequently, her family sued the United States government saying it was a wrongful death. And Pam Bondi, our excellent attorney general, is now settling with Ashley Babbitt's family and giving them $5 million. $5 million. Imagine storming the Capitol becomes a lottery payday. And just so you know, I mean, the right really has glorified this woman and has tried to turn her into something that she's not. Just as an FYI, this is who Ashley Babbott really is. This is 30 seconds long.
Everybody wants immigration, but we need to do it the right and correct way. This is getting out of control, and you guys are lying. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? And why are you so worried about what everybody else is doing? I want to talk about what you're doing. Like I said, you can consider yourself put on notice, me and the American people. I am so tired of this. I am woke, man. This is absolutely unbelievable. Get your shit together.
Yeah, so not really a pleasant person. That's like, imagine this is what you're putting out into the world, stuff like this. And side note, I don't know who these people are that are recording videos while they're driving. That is so dangerous. If you don't do that. No one should do that. Whether you're MAGA or liberal or anything in between, please just get off your phone when you're driving. That's so dangerous. But besides that point, this just goes to show that she's also a very unhinged person. We can see just in this little clip that if that's how she is in her car talking to her phone, imagine her on January 6th inside the Capitol. And here is how Senator Markwayne Mullin described that moment. And it's really interesting because obviously how they experienced January 6th and how they think about it has changed. But this is what he was saying at that time.
Republican Markwayne Mullin. He told us about his conversation with a police officer who fatally shot a woman in the Capitol.
I guarantee you, I don't know for a fact, but I guarantee you he's never had to pull his weapon in a manner like that before. He was the last person in the world that ever wanted to use force like that. And he wasn't wanting to do that. I know for a fact because after it happened, he came over and he was physically and emotionally distraught. And I actually gave him a hug. And I said, sir, you did what you had to do. And I mean that. Unfortunately, the young lady, her family's life has changed, and it was an unfortunate situation that she lost her life and some people lost their loved ones. But the lieutenant's life has also changed too, because if it's the first time you've ever had to use lethal force, that doesn't ever leave you. And it wasn't his choice. He didn't show up to work that day to have to do that. He was doing his job, and he got put in a situation where he had to do his job because there was members still in the balcony. And if you're going to present your weapon in a manner and give commands and they still don't listen and they still approach, you don't have a choice, because either you have to, at that point, discharge your weapon in a manner of self-defense, or that weapon's going to be taken away from you. It's going to be used on you, and it's going to put all of our lives in danger too.
So that officer had no choice because he told Ashley Babbot to back down, back down, back down, and she kept charging him. And so he fired his weapon after multiple warnings. And that is not the type of person who should be getting $5 million from us at all. And I think like 70% of the country agrees with me on this one, that she should not be getting any money at all. And I will say that, like, I have empathy for her because I do believe she is a victim of propaganda. I think on some level, adults have a responsibility to, it's the same thing. Like, if you're not feeding yourself enough healthy food and you get unhealthy and your body starts to work against you, it's your responsibility to change that or to figure out a way to live a healthier lifestyle. I think it's the same way with information. You know, we all as adults have responsibility to feed ourselves good information, but sometimes you just get fed a lot of bad stuff and it leads to more bad stuff and it becomes this really bad cycle. So I have empathy for someone like her. Before we get to Nancy Mace, I just want to also just show this woman on TikTok who put this better than I ever could.
So you mean to tell me that my tax dollars, 5 million of our fucking tax dollars, are going to go to Ashley Babbot's family because her dumb fucking bitch ass decided she was big, bad, and tough and had to break into the fucking Capitol and got herself killed? All because of the fucking incompetent fucking con man grifter that now, again, sits in the fucking White House. But yet, we can't provide health care for the poor. We can't provide food for the poor. We can't provide housing for the poor. But we can provide $5 million to an insurrectionist who had no fucking business being where she was, and she got exactly what she fucking deserved. Oh my God, I'm so fucking mad.
Spicy, right? That's pretty spicy. So Ashley Babbot is dead, but her family is going to get $5 million because she decided to storm the Capitol. And as that woman said, there's so much we could be doing with that money. There's so much we could be doing with our government to actually make lives for people better. But instead, we're helping insurrectionists like Ashley Babbot. All right. Now, Nancy Mace was in Congress today, held a hearing to settle scores with her ex-fiancé and accused him of sex crimes while sharing nudes of herself.
Exhibit 1, behind me is a screenshot from one of the videos I found of myself. The yellow circle, this naked silhouette, is my naked body. I didn't know that I had been filmed. I didn't give my consent. I didn't give my permission. And this particular video that Patrick Bryant recorded of me on his secret camera, he saved for over 3 years without my knowledge. I didn't pick this fight. I don't even want to be here today and discuss this. But because he's still...
Does anyone really believe that Nancy Mace doesn't want to be in front of a camera right now talking about how she's a victim? Does anyone believe that? I don't think there's anywhere else Nancy Mace would rather be than sitting in front of a camera with a picture of herself behind her. I think this is exactly where Nancy Mace wants to be. In fact, I don't think there's anywhere else she'd rather be than being on camera trying to get attention, which, by the way, here you are. Here's your attention. Here it is, Nancy Mace. Here it is. I hope it fills you up. All right. And then she also showed nudes of other women.
And he had several upskirt photos from this family vacation at Callaway Gardens almost a decade ago, June of 2015. Here's another one when she's...
So, like, even if she's making a point because the hearing is loosely about, revenge porn, this is going on for so long. It's just about her ex. Like, this is, like, what does it matter that your ex did all these terrible things? It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Well, I guess it does make sense to me because it's Nancy Mace and she's just desperate for attention. As that person said, she's a cuckoo ass bitch. Yancy, the genital inspector, Mace, is going to try and pretend she cares about people's privacy. Now, that is a good take. Oh, okay, one more. Someone said, just put the fries in the bag, bro. Like, in other words, like, she's going off on an unhinged rant while she should really be doing her job. And I'll end with this. The craziest thing about this is that she actually stopped talking about trans people for just a second. And I'll see you next time.